Hey guys, welcome back. A little bit different point of view. This video decided since it was so nice this evening, and it's not going to be so nice the rest, or like the next 8 or 10 days probably. It's going to be like in the mid 90s, but it's clear as a bell out here today, and the sun's starting to sink in the evening sky. So that was pretty nice. I've just come out here and show some stuff. I want to thank everybody that was on the Comic Book Memories with us. Had a great show. Got to show off the grandkids, so that was fun. And hope everybody's having a great weekend. But I thought I'd show a back issue haul I got a couple of days ago. Didn't get a chance to show it on Comic Book Memories, but just a little hodgepodge of stuff. Some stuff I've been wanting for a while, and finally you just kind of got to wait to find your price, or for the right moment for it to hit you. I'm going to get that book or whatever. So this just not a great big stack, but just some pretty cool stuff, I think. First one I got here is Savage Combat Tales featuring Sergeant Stryker's Death Squad #2 from Atlas Comics. So I'm not sure if this went 2 or 3 issues. I think it went 3. But anyway, however many it went, this was the last one I needed. It's got a great Larry Lieber cover there. It's got some Al McWilliams art on the inside, so pretty nice. I kind of went on a few Atlas related things here. Kind of went on a little Atlas kick. So happy to have that one. And keeping with the war theme, here's a couple of our Army at War issues I did not have from the mid-late 70s. Here's number 299. Our Army at War with a great Joe Kubert cover, as always. And got some great art in there. I think somebody from the Redondo studio did a piece or two, and maybe Rick Estrada was in this one, or the other one I got. With some great art on the inside, too. And here's number 298, Our Army at War. How many covers did they do like that where they were scaling the rock? It's just, it's great stuff. And getting German grenades thrown at your head. Not too fun. But, the story were cool. And here's one. The run I'm trying to complete from Charlton. Finally found the first issue in actually really good shape, of the very famous Geronimo Jones. Jose Delbo on the art. And he worked for Charlton in the early 70s before he came to DC and did Wonder Woman and a few other features. So pretty cool. Got the origin of Geronimo Jones. I know it's going to drive the speculators crazy, right? But yeah, this is a really cool cover. I love that yellow background, and this one's in really nice shape. 1971. And to keep the oddball assortment theme going, first issue, Americomics #1. AC Comics. This was Americomics and AC. It was all Bill Black's baby. There's a great documentary. I don't know if it's on Tubi or Roku. It's called The Strange Worlds of Bill Black, but kind of goes through his career. And he does a lot of the art in here. There's a great George Perez cover. This is like from 1982, I think. 82 or 80, yeah, 82. I always loved these little oddball characters, and I think this is when the Charlton heroes were kind of in public domain, maybe. And I think the Sentinels of Justice, they're not in here, but they're in some of the other stuff. This is a great Perez cover. Some cool stuff. Advertises stuff like Captain Freedom and the Fem Force and all kinds of cool stuff. So happy to have that. Another one I'm trying to complete. This is one of the few where I actually got the first issue first, and I'm trying to work my way to the end. So here's Captain Action #2. And the art in this is, I just kind of had to flip through it, because I knew who it had Gil Kane and Wally Wood on the ink. So I'm just going to show some of that, just because it's so good. So go. Gil Kane and Wally Wood. Can't beat that. Love these house ads. Binky and Scooter. Let's find a good. Yeah, these are just Gil Kane and Wally Wood. It just doesn't get much better. Right there. So happy to have that one. Just need the last 3 issues for that. And here we have another #1. There we got All New Adventures of the Mighty Crusaders. I've got most of these, but for some reason I never had #1. This was in really good shape. Rich Buckler does most of the writing and art chores on this one, just bringing back these beloved MLJ characters. You know, you got the Comet, you got the Shield, and Jaguar, and the Fly, and Fly Girl, and the Web, Black Hood. Just lots of great stuff. It's got that black background too, so that's kind of cool. And I'm going to blame this next purchase on my partner and good friend Rod, Dr. Silver Age. I saw him show this on a video not too long ago, and I was like, oh, after I saw the cover, I had to have it. Comic Reader, #200. Got all the little oddball characters from Golden Age. You got some of the MLJ characters. You got some of the Charlton characters. You got some ACG characters in here. Of course, everybody that has read Comic Reader know it's just like a kind of a preview magazine showing what comics are coming out. This was from April 1982, so I'll show you the back of that. I'm sure most of you have already seen this if you watched Rod's video, but it's a really nice wraparound cover. There's the back. Thunder Agents, you got Thunderbolt back there. Just all kinds of cool stuff. And oh look, I think we got Herbie back here. Or no, that's the Human Flying Saucer. Or maybe that is the same thing. I don't know. But cool stuff. And like I say, it's just like DC News, Marvel News. Kind of fun to go back. You got some color comics in there too. Most of these won't break the bank. Yeah, it's just advertising some Comic-Cons. Just a cool little package. So, happy to have that. Okay, a few more things. Like I said, I was kind of on an Atlas kick, and I'm getting close to having everything Atlas published. I know there's a few of you out there that are that do have those complete, and congrats to you. But these are 2 that I did not have, and they, I don't see them very often, but I had a chance to get both of them at once. So these are 2 of the black and white magazines from Atlas Seaboard. Weird Tales of the Macabre, #1. Got a lot of great art stories in it, kind of reminiscent of the stuff Warren did and maybe some of the Marvel stuff. So very cool. I think there's like some, I'm not sure which issue has which artist, but got some Pat Boyette, got some John Severin. There's some really good, I think some of the Filipino artists are in here. And here's #2 in the last issue. Got a cover by Boris Vallejo. Weird Tales of the Macabre. I say these don't come up, you don't see them very often. I've never seen them in the wild. So pretty cool stuff. Nice square bound magazine, lots of good reading and art. So happy to have that in the collection. And here's one might surprise some people. I've never actually owned this. I've read the story, a dozen times or 24 times, whatever, but I've never had this book. But I had most of these when they came out. But I've got the famous first edition C26, reprint of Action Comics #1. So pretty cool. Got the gold mint cover. I had to flip through it, and I read about half of it. It just kind of, and I'd read this story before, but it was just kind of cool just to see the concept of Superman, and people's reaction to him, It just, he was just like doing stuff on a small basis, and, has the first meeting of, Superman and Lois, and got stuff like Zatara and Tex Thompson, and all kinds of cool little detective stories in here. So really happy to have this one finally. It was always a struggle, and I know probably Rod and I and several of you talked about back when you were a kid. This cost $1. That was a lot of money, because if you had $1, you could also buy 4 or 5 regular sized comics. So that was the struggle. The struggle was real, people. But yeah, this is finally happy to have this in the collection. And I think I might need just maybe 1 or 2 of the famous editions, or I just might need some upgrades because mine were like well loved. So anyway, happy to have that. Happy to have all this cool, esoteric, hodgepodge of stuff. But that's the way we roll here. All right, guys, I appreciate you taking time to watch. I hope you're having a great Father's Day weekend, and a happy Father's Day tomorrow to all you fathers and grandfathers and fathers to be. And I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Onward and upward.